and Hawaii won Democrat across the board. And we won across the board because we ran as Democrats. Harry Truman said, if you talk like a Republican and act like a Republican and run like a Republican, don't be surprised if people vote for a Republican. What we have to do is stop imitating the Republicans and start running as Democrats again. That means running on behalf of people, not running over people. Somebody said this is a contract on America. I think that's true. And I think that you can take the president's phrase about putting people first, and you can see what the Republican motto is: cut people first. Cut their throats. That's what's going on right now. We have to take them on directly. You take welfare, so-called welfare. What about corporate welfare? Donald Trump gets to deduct 100% while he's bankrupt. He's told that he has to survive on $500,000 a month. $500,000 a month. You want to see swine at the trough? Just go on up to New York City and see Donald Trump. His big deal last year is picking on Indians because they're gambling. He wants to keep the Indians out of gambling. But I noticed all the Republican supervisors in Orange County couldn't wait to gamble with everybody's money out in Orange County. You can't even decipher. You'd have to be an astronomer to try and decipher what kind of derivatives those clowns were betting on in Orange County. And when the chief of the Board of Supervisors out there said, we don't even know where this money's coming from, but we're making millions. Now that's the level that we're dealing with. And I think that's the way we have to take them on. Now I'd be delighted. I hope we have these opportunities down in special orders to debate Mr. Gingrich and others in economics. It's amazing. We have a new intellect now in the Speaker of the House. I hope we get a chance to debate. We'll talk about wages. We'll talk about people having a real chance. We'll talk about PACs. We'll talk about who gives money to who, and we'll see how it works out. When I was campaigning in the last election, you go before business groups, and they said they want the deficit down. Well, we did that. We brought the deficit down in absolute numbers. We brought it down in percentages. Business people back home either didn't believe it, didn't want to believe it, or didn't care. They wanted to see it in their paychecks. They wanted to see it up front. What we should have done was pass this $60 billion investment in America 2 years ago, at the same time that we were passing the deficit reduction bill. I voted for that, and we carried out and did what we said we were going to do with the deficit. At the same time, we should have been making the investment. Now, how do the Republicans propose to do it? They want to slow down. Read this contract. See what it says. They want to slow down the deficit reduction. They want to increase investment. But where are they doing it? With Pentagon socialism. That's where they're going to do it. They're going to take care of the corporate pirates that are going to come in, not investing in the average, ordinary American. Now, next time we get together, I'll have another sermon for you. I don't want to go on right now because I know you're probably anxious to ask us how we're going to pull all this off. Well, my attitude is, and I hope it's going to be the attitude of President Clinton when he takes that fistful of veto pens out, now we got him where we want him. And that's the way it should be. At long last, we're going to have a genuine battle on ideas, a genuine battle on where this country should be going and how we should get there. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for special orders. I can't wait for some of these bills to come up. I can't wait for the Republicans to start backing down. We were supposed to work 100 days straight. Now, the way I understand it, we're going to come in on Wednesday, maybe Thursday morning, and take the weekend off to go home and tell all the folks how good we're doing on that first 100 days. So much for that promise. I understand from listening to my good friends on the Republican side of the Rules Committee, we're supposed to have open rules. We want to have all the amendments. But I understand the first thing we're going to have is a closed rule. No, I never was for that in the first place, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to ask them what kind of rules they're going to have. Is the first rule going to be an open rule or not? And if it's not, then they back down from that one. And if we're going to have the Congress operate under the same laws as everybody else in the country, I expect that Speaker Gingrich then will welcome the union organizers from the Service Employees Union when they come in to organize his office. And I expect every Republican and every Democrat in the Congress will be welcoming the union organizers. And they'll be welcoming the OSHA people. I understand that some of our Republican friends want to sell one of our buildings. Well, do you think we're meeting the fire and safety standards in this room right now? Hell, if a fire broke out now in this room, why, everybody be trampled to death. That may result in general cheering and approbation throughout the rest of the country, but your families might have some reservations about it. Now, I think what's going to happen as soon as we apply all the laws and rules is we're going to have to spend billions more on more government buildings in order to take care of that cut staff that the Republicans say they have. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be informative. This is going to be great. This is going to give an opportunity to the American people to see some real politics in action, see some real joining of ideas, and I can't wait for it. And I look forward to Speaker Gingrich and the rest of the crew coming in there, getting in there down with us on the floor, and him coming out there saying, God, Neil, if I'd only realized beforehand, I'd have been with you.
Lydia Velasquez, Congresswoman from New York.